Today we're going to continue working on our 3D filter design. Just to go over what we did last time, we created a screw top lid. So this is the lid, and we also added the threads to our filter, which was just a cylinder the first day we started working on it, but now it has has the threads and the screw top lid to tighten the top, just to make sure the filter media does not exit from that end. And what we're going to work on today is the third part of this, and we're going to create a filter screen. Now, the filter screen that we're going to create, it's something similar to this here. And what that's going to do, it's going to be placed towards the bottom of the filter, and it'll hold all the filter material from the bottom side of the filter. So once we add water in here, it'll pass through the filter material, and then the water, after passing through the filter material, will go through the filter screen. So this is going to take us a few steps, and the first thing we're going to do, we're going to work with this cylinder here, and we're going to actually make it the same dimensions as the original cylinder, which is 2 by 2. So I'm going to click here, make it 2 by 2. Okay, and now we also need to flatten this out a bit, and we're going to make this 1/8 of an inch, so it's pretty flat here. Now the next step is to make a bunch of holes to this flat cylinder, and the way we're going to do this is bring this cylinder in here. That's already a hole, but we're going to resize it to be 1/10 or 0.1 as a dimension, and then we're going to get a very small thin cylinder. Now the idea is that we're going to use this to make a bunch of holes on our cylinder, so we're going to have to use copy and paste here. If you guys forgot how to copy and paste, it's Command C to copy, Command V to paste. And let's try it. So we first need to select this object here, Command C to copy again, Command V to paste, and look at that, we have another one of these, right? Now, the spacing here is not too bad, but if we wanted more control in terms of how much we want to make the space, we could change this to 1/16 of an inch, and it allows us to get a bit more detailed in the spacing, and that's actually pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make about 6 of these. So if I select these two, I can do it again, and I'm going to try to space these out evenly. And I'm going to make another set. So I have about 6. I'm just going to check to see if the spacing looks okay. This one needs to move over a bit. This one move over a bit. And this one I'm gonna move over a bit. Now I'm going to check to see if this will basically cover the radius, the diameter, and it seems like I need a bit more, maybe 4 more. So I'm going to select 4 out of the 6 here, and then now I have a total of 10. And I want to make sure that these are lined up, so I'm going to select these, and I want to make sure I select these here and not any additional. And that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to select these, Command C, because I'm going to have to paste this in a bit, and get a better angle, and I'm going to bring this over, and that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to continue this process to fill up the circle. So I'm going to paste another set, and I see that this is cutting it close here, so I'm just going to remove one, Actually, let me remove one before I... Okay. And then I'm also going to add one above. Oops. And while I'm doing this, I want to make sure I take a look at this from all angles, so the holes that we're going to create are pretty much lined up. I'm going to paste again, but I'm going to remove another one of these cylinders because we're moving towards the edge of the circle and we get less space and less space each time. So that's about okay. And then I'm going to bring this set over on the bottom side. All right, it's coming along nicely. So again, I have to remove another one of these. And as always, I'm selecting Command C to copy, and then I just paste accordingly. How's that one's playing it close? I think I need to remove one more. That's better. And then a Command V. Oops. I have to rotate this and bring this over here. So now what I have is my own filter screen, and with all these holes here, I'm going to group them. And I created a very fine filter screen here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna add it to the bottom of this filter. So the next step is we're gonna rotate this filter 180 degrees. Make sure we get 180 so it's lined up perfectly. Then we're going to bring this filter media over. We're going to, after we bring this filter media over, we want to raise it up. Get a better angle here so we place it right above it. Okay, now we're going to align these shapes using the align tool. Do this again, sorry. Align here and here, and that's about it. Now I want to select the top part of this and see if I can lower this a bit more. And that looks about right. So now I'm going to combine these two shapes again, or group them. And there we have it. So we have the area where the water is going to exit, and at the same time, it's going to hold the filter media in place. Let's rotate this back to, rotate this back to 180 degrees. And there's our filter. Great job today, guys. Again, as always, use your own creativity to modify the instructions that I'm providing here and make it your own. With that being said, great work, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.